All right. My name's Thomas Clyde, and I work in the conference center and outside with Mud Run and all the other jobs I do. And lately, I've just been thinking about, coming up to the summertime, thinking about all the things that we all have to do, big decisions maybe coming up. And I was just thinking about how, we tend to run into different ideas of what gives us all peace. We have ideas that if I do this, this will bring me peace. If I do that, this will bring me peace. And I was just reading in Psalms 46 this morning, and the whole chapter is about how God is our refuge, He's our strength. And verse 1, it says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. There is a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her, she shall not be moved. God shall help her at the break of dawn. The nations raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, and the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our refuge. Come behold the works of the Lord. He has made desolations in the earth. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariot in fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of God of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. And each of us, we're going to go lead on summer teams, and we're going to go through some hard times. And, we may not have mountains per se fall into the sea while we're over in a different country, but it's those spiritual mountains, it's those spiritual times where maybe a team member is rebellious, maybe he tries to run away, maybe fill in the blank. But who are we putting our trust in? Are we just saying, oh man, I just want this summer to end? I've done that. Troubles come, not just with the summertime, but with other things. Oh, if only I had chosen to do this, then I'd be at peace. Well, that's not the case, because even if we had chosen that, it would have come, we would all have those hard times. And, we can look back at our life and we can say, oh, if I had only done this, if I had only done that. And we can live in this sense of guilt. Why didn't I do that? But that's not what God is calling us to do. He's calling us to, right now, to base all of our trust, no matter what's happening in our lives, whether the mountains are being cast into the sea. He's saying that I am with you. In verse 5, God is in the midst of her, and she shall not be moved. That God is here, and that we have to believe that fact that no matter what situations we're put in, team member runs away, that God is here and that He will give us the wisdom and the strength to move on, and He will show us what to do next. But also it shows the power of God in this chapter. The nations raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered His voice and the earth melted. It's just He has all this power, and we have those little doubts in our head. Oh, what if this happens on the summer team? What about this? I have this big life decision to make in the future. What am I going to do? But yet God, He still guides us, and He still is faithful to the point where He will not abandon us. And we have a fortress. We have a fortress to run to. And no matter what, we are secure in Christ. And I just love the fact that in verse 10 it says, be still and know that I am God. Doesn't matter if any kind of life circumstance, mountains are cast into the sea, that He is still God, and that He will be exalted in the nations and over all the earth. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Thomas. Good morning to everybody. A little thin out there. Costners are off today. Linda Mahar's under the weather. Is Bob somewhere, Paula? House of Hope this morning. Okay.